Hi, it's Carrie Cameron in front of Paisley Park for Celebration 2018. I just want to share my experience with you from Celebration 2018, 2017, and all my experiences with Prince. Enjoy. 2 years ago today, we lost our beloved Prince to chronic pain. I've always been a Prince fan. I love Prince. I was going to get a tattoo of one of his songs, Insatiable. All lowercase, black letters, insatiable, period. Fast forward 20 years later, and I'm glad I did not get that. Because, you know, my husband would bug me all the time and I'd be like, satiated, leave me alone. Get another tattoo that says, get off. And he'd be all like, yeah. I'm like, no, of me. So, I was probably about 8 years old and I was at my cousin's house and we were in the apartment and we were made to stay in the other room because the adults were watching Purple Rain. So we'd sneak out and I'd look around the corner and then they'd yell at us and we'd run back and play. But it was getting late, so they gathered the kids and we watched the final scene. He gets on stage and then he sings the famous Purple Rain. And I was love struck. I was in awe, and from that moment on, you know, I knew that this artist was going to be part of my life. This is not a filter. I do believe this is Purple Rain. Purple rain, purple rain. I came to Minneapolis. We drove, went to a restaurant and we said, what Prince attractions can we see? And the waiter said, there's a party at Prince's house tonight. Would you like to come? And I was like, hell yes! So he gives us directions. I was so excited. And so we drive all the way out. The last direction was you turn around the corner and there's nothing there. So we turn around the corner and there's a big building with lights. But on the other side there's a daycare and it's like an industrial area. So we said, oh, this can't be it. We're driving around in circles for hours, and we finally made it in, and the waiter who invited us, this is now 4:30 in the morning, he's like, oh great, it's so nice to see you. Did you see him? No. He was here. He was greeting people. He was talking to everybody. He took 10 people out of the crowd. He is now doing a private concert for them in the other room. Oh, I was heartbroken. And I tried to charm the bouncer, uncharmable. So I always knew that I'd be back, and I was hoping that I was going to meet him, but that never happened. Worst Prince story ever. I know! The first concert was awesome. It was at the Walker Theatre in Winnipeg. Go Jets go. He had an after concert thing. It was June 6th, 2002, turned into June 7th, 2002, which is his birthday, and I got to sing happy birthday to him with the rest of the crowd, so that was really, really special for me. I want to tell you about the last time I saw Prince. It was in concert in Winnipeg at the MTS Center. Go Jets go. I was 9 months pregnant. I was just ready to pop any minute. And I asked my husband if I give birth at the concert, could I name the baby Prince? And he said no. And I said, come on, I mean, like, what are the chances of me actually going into labor? Because even if I go into labor, I'm not saying that if I go into labor, but I actually have to give birth at the concert. And he still said no. Prince played forever, like Prince does, and I was so tired. For his, like, I don't know, 15th encore, people started gathering near the stage, and I said, I'm going up there. So I go up there, waddle up there with my huge big purple belly. There's the stage, Prince at the edge of the stage, a bodyguard, me with my belly pressed against the bodyguard, and Prince looks out at the audience and sings, do you want him? And I scream, ah! or do you want me? And then I start crying, like this big, ugly, 9-month pregnant, hormonal, tears just streaming down. He looks at me and a smile comes across his face. And then he turns and you know, went to another side of the stage. And that was the last time I saw Prince. My husband and I just could not agree on a name. I just didn't want to give up on the Prince thing. My husband suggested a name. And I said, I really like that name. I've always liked that name. Like, let me think about it. And the name my husband suggested means Prince. And he didn't even know it. It's just meant to be. So my little Prince is now 6 years old, and there's just more love in my life, and I'm so blessed. I was surprised by one thing. I'm Canadian, I'm Caucasian, and I come to Minnesota. I felt like so like a honky white nerd because we're all like trying to clap to the beat, and then I go woo, and then I lose and I don't know where to go. It was embarrassing. I turned the lights down low because I look way better in the dark. And apparently, I still got it in Minneapolis at 2:30 in the morning when everybody's drunk and don't have any better options. That drunk 18-year-old wants all of this oldness all over him. Still got it. Here it is, the vault of my hotel. Last year at Celebration 2017, I was so excited to see Morris Day and the Time. And that Jerome, I know black don't crack, but black don't even crease. Like, when I first saw Jerome, I was 8 years old, watching the Purple Rain movie. Since then, I developed into a teenager, became an adult, got married, had kids, started aging. And when I went to Celebration last year, he looked younger than me. I mean, he looked younger than he did in the movie. So I don't know, he's Benjamin Buttoning or something, but black don't crack. White cracks. I guess that's why we're called crackers. Now, I'm a big Prince fan, but there are huge Prince fans. Oh, that's Sarah McKay. Who's that? Oh, that's Maite's kindergarten teacher's hairdresser. Oh. We're like, oh, you guys can take a picture with Wall-E. Wall-E? You mean that Pixar robot? Wall-E. I didn't know Prince was a fan of that movie. That's awesome. But when I got up to the front of the line, it was Prince's friend. I know who you are now, Wall-E. Shelby got us to do this, which with these, I wasn't super comfortable with, because, you know, I felt like I was gonna take off. Like, this is what it sounds like when pigs fly. I need to lose some weight.